evening from Bangladesh. This is Toufiq Zohur speaking as a host. Thank you everyone who are watching this program around the world. This is our episode number 112, and title of our program is today The World of Poetry Recitations in Poet Voice Part 31. Today, 17 July, Sunday. Now it is in 9 p.m. evening Bangladesh time. The sky of poetry is one. The tone of poetry is same, but the poets are different country they are living, but their thinking thought are same. This was our slogan before 2 years and 6 months ago. We have started our this international poetry carnival show. Today our episode number 112. Today we have to invite it from 7 countries. Eight number of important poets are participated today. From Bangladesh to Greece, very important poet also present today. First of all, I am inviting from my native country, that is Bangladesh, I am inviting poet Rezauddin Stalin. Now, now I am introducing one of the well-known poet who is from Bangladesh. He is Mr. Rezauddin Stalin. He is a popular poet in Bangladesh and abroad. He is the generations of 80. He has published 100 number of books. His poem has been translated almost all languages in world. In Bangladesh, he is a popular television anchor and media personality. Rezauddin Stalin is the founder chairman of Performing Arts Center, and he is also senior editor of a literary magazine whose name is Magic Lantern. Poet Rezauddin Stalin has received most prestigious award from Bangladesh, that is Bangla Academy Award 2006. For his outstanding performance, he also received many awards from different literary platforms in Bangladesh and abroad. Now, I am inviting poet Rezauddin Stalin to present his first poem today. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, Mr. Johur. I am very glad to join here. I want to give thanks our all poets from uh, abroad, from other countries. Uh, I think that uh, poetry has no boundary. Poetry has no border, and all poets all over the world, they are friends. We are friends. We want to go together. We are a same boat, brother. Uh, in Bangladesh, we are we are fighting against all evil motive, inhuman and undemocratic everything. I think all over the world, our birds they are doing like that, and they have own voice. Everybody is trying to write poem for people's sake, and I also believe poetry for human sake. Uh, Now I want to read my poem. The title of my poem is uh, my poem. I want to read my poem. My title of my poem is Give me some time. I am looking for my poem. Totem. In the void between the sky and the earth spelt a naked man. The artist dissected him with the sharp scalp of vision, as he should, to restore the dismembered limbs and organs. He found the eye is a flowing river, the teeth a steep brain mountain, arms a vast forest, eyebrows the crescent moon, face the soft sky, heart the green earth. In every part, the artist saw his own body and the country. Then, as a limbs were put together, there was formed the vast existence totem. Thanks.
Thank you, poet Rezauddin Stalin, for your beautiful introduction. Now I am inviting Mr. Soumit Bosu from India. Now I am introducing one of the eminent poet who is from India. He is poet Soumit Bosu. By profession, he is a teacher. He has started writing since childhood. He writes in almost all prominent journal and magazine in Kolkata. He is the author of 30 books. He is the generations of 80s for his outstanding contribution to poetry. Mr. Shamit Bosu has received many prestigious awards from India and Bangladesh. He is the editor of Nostochat, Kobita Patro, Unno Kobita, and Baromash Putrika. He is co-editor of a blogzine online magazine whose name is Jalpai Diper Alo. Now I am inviting poet Soumit Bosu to present his first poem today. Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ তৌফিক। ধন্যবাদ তৌফিককে। সেই সঙ্গে পৃথিবীর যে প্রান্তে যারা এই অনুষ্ঠান দেখছেন, উদ্যান টিম সহ প্রত্যেককে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। আমার বন্ধু স্ট্যালিন বলেছে যে উই আর ইন দ্য সেম বোট। এক্স্যাক্টলি সো, উই আর সেম বোট। আমার প্রথম কবিতা সংসার, দ্যাট ইজ ফ্যামিলি। তোমার ভল্ল আমার বুক ফুঁড়ে বেরিয়ে গেছে, চতুর্দিকে গরম কুমকুম। আমি ক্রমশ নিস্তেজ হয়ে পড়ছি দেখে হেসে উঠছে মানুষজন। ভাবছে কুরুক্ষেত্রের যুদ্ধ শেষ হলো, এবার তালুতে আসবে সমস্ত বিধবারা, যারা আমার পাশের চেয়ারে বসতে গিয়ে হোঁচট খেয়েছে বারবার, তারাও খুশি। সর্বোপরি আমি নেই ভেবে যারা রাস্তা ফাঁকা ভেবেছিল, তারাও আজ গল্পে গল্পে রাস্তার মোড়ে এসে দাঁড়িয়েছে সবাই, সাজিয়ে দিচ্ছে আনন্দময় সন্ধ্যা তোমার প্রশংসায়। আমার তলোয়ার ঠিক তোমার দুটো বুকের মাঝে, রক্ত নয়, থোকা থোকা চেরি ফল আর আনন্দ। জ্যোৎস্না এসে পেতে দিয়েছে উঠোন, তাতে গায়ে গা লাগিয়ে বসে আছে তোমার স্তাবকেরা। সমস্ত নিন্দা মুখ দিয়ে বেরিয়ে আসছে টার্কিজ ব্লু রঙের স্রোত। সেই রং দুহাতে মেখে কারা যেন নেমে যাচ্ছে খাঁড়ির গভীরে তুমি মৃত্যু ঘুমে। গুটিয়ে রাখা পর্দা কার্টেন কলের আগেই টান টান হয়ে উঠছে, যেন দুটো মৃত মানুষ উঠে বসে জড়িয়ে ধরছে পরস্পর, আর হাততালি দেওয়া হাতগুলো ক্রমশ নীল হয়ে আসছে। অন্ধকারে বসে হঠাৎ ফুটোর ভেতর দিয়ে চাঁদ দেখে প্রথমবার নিজেদের বোকা বলে আবিষ্কার করছে মানুষজন। থ্যাংক ইউ তৌফিক।
Thank you very much, poet Rezauddin Stalin, for your beautiful starting. Thank you very much from India. Now we are going to Greece. Now I am inviting my friend, my brother, Antonis Philippeos. Now I am introducing one of the important poet who is from Greece. He is poet Antonis Philippeos. He was born in Athens in 1980. He had been to Italy for 2 years for study in the University of Rome. Returning to Greece, he completed his study in international and European relations in Athens, and he obtained his degree in Italian literature at University of Athens in 2012. With his inexhaustible creativity, he managed to set in the field of poetry. His first book, Animus Nudus, which published Cactus Publications, was well reviewed and he won a lot of international awards. Some of his poems were set to music and translated in English, Italian, and Russian. Lots of his poems have been included in various poetic anthologies and famous magazines. His promising second brand new book, Silentium, also published by Cactus Publications, has been recently published. Now I am inviting poet Antonis Philippeos to present his first poem today. Thank you.
Good evening, dearest poets. Thank you very much, dear Toufiq, for this great invitation for the second time. Now I am reading two little poems. The first poem is entitled Appeal. Touch me for the first and for the last time. Love me as if I was your first love. Cry out how much you want me. Feel my thirst. Enslave me. Show me what is to be with you. Take me to heaven, exile me to hell, and let me get lost in fire, like a sin. Let me blow out in your arms, be a lost wish to remember me. This is my first poem with the title of Appeal. The second poem is White Nights. Me and you, watch our thoughts melting like candles on the white rose petal of dreams. Wet kisses, sucked drips in the virgin waters of existence, to bear wings together and reborn from scratch. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much, dear
Thank
Tufik, and all dearest
Thank
word
you.
poets.
Thank you very much, poet Antonis Philippios, for your small poem,
Thank you
but
very
it
much
was
from
very
Greece.
nice. Now, from Greece, I am going to Serbia. Now, I am inviting poetess Snezana Konstantinovic. Now, I am introducing one of the well-known poetess who is from Ruma, Serbia. She is a poetess, administrator, fashion designer. Her poetry book name is A Bird with Spread Wings. For her outstanding performance in poetry, she has been received the Silver Angel Award. Her poems were read by Serbian famous actors. Now I am inviting Snezana Konstantinovic to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Good evening, Bangladesh. Good evening, dear poets from all over the world. I am very glad to be here with you tonight on Uddan TV. Thanks for inviting me. I'm honored. Tonight, my bird is here, and I will read poems on my natural language, Serbian. Thank you. Deti siju. Sivim nebom lete sive ptice. Reke, more, drveće, sivo je baš sve. Kuće, livade, cveće, sive su negdašnje lepote. Sive su misli i uzdasi su sivi. Zar se u takvom svetu živi? A gde su boje? One postoje da se vide, a ne da se sivila stide. Gle, neko dete ide. Nasmešilo se i eto čuda. Prelivaju se boje svuda. Sunce je promolilo žute zrake, a bila se skrila za oblake. Malene ručice dete širi. Cveće je opet počelo da miri. Za sive dane deca su boje, kad u zagrlje pruže ručice svoje. kad se milim osmehom nasmeše, sva se sivila sveta razbeže. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Snezana Konstantinovic, for your beautiful starting. Now I am inviting from Tunisia poet Dr. Abdel Fattah Al Arabi. Now I am introducing one of the important poet who is from Tunisia. He is poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi. He is a writer, poet, international peace ambassador, council activist, and trade union official, human rights and civil society activist. He received many awards from literary forums. His poems have been documented in many forums and websites. His poem also published in electronics magazine and local and international newspaper. He also writes story and article. He is an honorary doctorate and obtained a diploma in software. Now I am inviting poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi to present his first poem today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sir Zohur. Assalamu alaikum. Merci, Madame, Monsieur. Je vais parler en arabe mon poème. تأمل فتحت أبواب من شتى الأماكن على جميع المشارف أنبأت كل المسالك وأنذرت كل المدارك. أين أنت يا سريان؟ أسرت في واد أدرك أنك موجود في ناحية تلك المغاوير النائية المبهمة تراود النسيان تغط بين موت وحياة أخرى تنعم بين نعيم أبدي فيه التجلي والتمعن الجلي تتكشف على أبواب تبدو مفتوحة ولكنها مغلقة تفتح عبر لاهوت خفي عالم يسبح ويقبع من أعلى لا تدركه تتأمل بين أوقات غير معلومة تنساب منك التمتمات وتمضي بك العلامات تدرك أن أماكن حسية فيها همس أبدي أشياء لا إدراكية أنت في حضرة الزخات عتمة العتمات لا تعلم فاقد الأشياء لست إلا سراب تسبح بين الردهات تتأمل هنا وهناك لست أنت ولا يوجد شيئا إلا الوجود الذي يتأمل في الضياع اللامنتهي الممتد بلا نهاية إنه الضياع. Thank you, merci.
Thank you very much, poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi, for your beautiful starting. Now I am inviting, again, I am going to Greece. I am inviting my friend Niki Skouteri. Now I am inviting, now I am introducing one of the well-known poetess who is from Greece. She is Niki Skouteri. Her writing includes four fairy tales, one published by Orionas, and the other three self-published by essay writer. Her new poetry collection 150 Haiku of Heart and Mind by Kephalos Publications has been released in 2020. She got some prestigious award, praise and distinctions from literary competition in poetry and prose. She has participated in anthologies and collective work in pedagogical and literary conferences. Her many poems and prose have been published in webzine and print media. Now I am inviting poetess Niki Skouteri to present her first poem today. Thank you.
Good evening to everybody. Thank you very much, Mr. Toufiq Zohur, for the invitation and the Uddan TV show for this beautiful poetic event. It is very beautiful that we are from different countries and for a common purpose, for the values of life through our poems that are common all over the world. My poems are written about people who attempt to survive in difficult situations. My first poem has a title Reaction. The machines rattled in the course of time, heavy sound that is drunken a prisoner's shackles. Absolute silence in status anxiety. The embossing time is looking up at every corner. It is laughing ironically at people's anxiety. It passes endlessly. It shakes a stick. It tames the nature. But it hears their voices, allurement of souls, for happiness that the time is always overlooking. And one feels the sun's silvering, like a slow movement in the silk of the moon. Now one smiles tenderly. Man, stand as a hoarder in front of this year's postholes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Niki Skouteri, for your beautiful starting. Now I am inviting from Turkey. Now I am inviting my sister Turkan Ergor. Now I am introducing one of the important poetess who is from Turkey. She is Turkan Ergor. She is a sociologist, philosopher, writer, poetess, columnist, ambassador for peace and world peace icon, and award winner Turkish writer. She is an international ambassador for peace in some countries. She has won many awards and recognitions around the world from various institutions and organizations abroad and become a role model for all her writers' friends in worldwide. Turkan Ergor is such a prominent writer that her articles and poems effective about life and environment. She has got many prestigious awards from different countries of the world for her excellent contribution of literature. She was named International Best Poet 2021. Her poems have been translated into different languages and published globally. Her poems were published in numerous international anthologies. Her message: our children are crying for peace and love. Please abandon hatred and make this world beautiful for our children. Now I am inviting poetess Turkan Ergor to present her first poem today. Thank you. Please unmute your phone. Unmute your phone.
Thank you, my brother, for inviting me. Toufiq Zohur, my brother Hassanur Rahman Samon. Congratulations to all of you. Great program. English of my first poem. From dark to light. Why? When say it's fully in lighting, it changes suddenly. Everywhere becomes dark. Why people from light to dark falls off suddenly. Lightning strikes, it rains. Later, rainbow comes out. When say it's over, again, people come out from dark to light. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Turkan Ergor, for your beautiful
Thank you.
poem. Now I am inviting from Uzbekistan a very young, persuasive poetess named Sevara Jabborova. Sevara, do you hear me?
Yes, I am ready.
You're ready, but we cannot see you. Please open your camera. Now I am
Okay.
introducing. We cannot see you. The camera is dark. Try to open it. Thank you very much. Now I am
Okay,
introducing
good.
one of the persuasive poetess who is from Uzbekistan. She is Sevara Jabborova. She is a student. She study Uzbekistan University of Journalism and Mass Communications. She starts writing since childhood. Her hobby is writing poetry. Now I am inviting poetess Sevara Jabborova to present her first poem today. Thank you. Sebara, we cannot see you. Your camera is totally dark. Do you hear me?
Yes, I am ready.
You're ready, but we cannot see you. Your camera is totally dark. You read your poem, okay?
Okay. Hello, every member. Stage, my name is Sevara, and I am student at University Journalism. To be honest, I write poems since childhood, and this for me lovely hobby. My first poem about history, my country, called "Look at History." Qutilayman qalbdagi tug'yon bilan buyuk yurtimning ilk g'alabasin. Unutmayman hech suv bo'lib oqqan vatanim qo'riqchi posbonlarin. Eslasam qonxo'r yuzsiz dushmanni, aybsiz xalqni qirg'in qilganni. Kubro bayrog'i kuchi yetmagan tahqir ostidagi ul manqurtlarni. Qo'lida qilich bilan kurashgan, vatanim deb bor jonin ulashgan. Malikdek g'ayrati ulug' vatandosh g'ururin bizga meros qoldirgan. 100dan birini harbda hal qilgan, Qur'on ilmini ulug'vor bilgan. Ul buyuk davlat qaddini tutgan, Timur kuchi qoq adolat bo'lgan. Zamonasin qalb bo'stoni, qo'li gul yozgan dostoni. Gar sakrar bulbul tinglasa, ul Navoiy g'azal to'fonin. Uzoq yurt azobin har damda tuygan, Hindu Andijonda arosat o'tgan. Yurakda ona tuprog'in qo'msab, Bobur dunyodan armonda ketgan. Unutmaslik lozim bu kunlarni, himoyada shay vatandoshlarni. Jonin fido deb fidolik qilgan bizning yurt qahramonlarni. I illuminated this poem about our ancestors, our heroes in history. They're fighting for the homeland. For example, he solved one of the 100 in the army. He knew the knowledge of the Quran. If Timur's power is absolute justice, it was a great state. Your time is the heart of the soul. His hand is a flower. He wrote an epic. Whenever the nightingale listens, he is the flute of Nava'i Ghazal. Nava'i poem. The pain of the distant land is always felt. In Indo-Andijan, the reset has passed. In the heart, mother heart sense. Babur left the world in a dream. That's all.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Sevara,
attention.
Jabborova, for your beautiful poem you have just started. Don't leave the studio. I will invite you very soon. Before I go to Rezauddin Stalin, I am going to reading some viewers' comments. Mr. Mahbub Shetu is telling Shubho Kamona. Mr. Shahar Ali is telling Shubho Sondha. Shahar Ali again has to return. আজ বড্ড ব্যস্ত আছি, তবু দেখার চেষ্টা করছি। শাহার আলী আবারও লিখেছেন, অভিনন্দন সৌমিত বসু দাদা, প্রথম কবিতাতেই মন জুড়ে স্নিগ্ধতায় ভরে গেল, উজ্জ্বল পরিবেশনা। পয়েট বিপ্লব চক্রবর্তী হ্যাজ টু রিটেন, শুনছি। পয়েট ফরিদ ভুইয়া হ্যাজ টু রিটেন, অভিনন্দন শুভেচ্ছা সবাইকে। নাতাশা ইলা, she has to return from Peru, beautiful, thank you. Poet Aisha Khatun has to return, Shabas tujhe Kamal bhai. Again she has to return, Awas bhari mithe. I think it is for Sevara, Jabborova. Thank you, Poetess Aisha Khatun, for your beautiful comments. Now I am going to start the second session. I am going to again Poet Rezauddin Stalin. Now coming Poet Rezauddin Stalin to present his second poem today. Thank you.
Many thanks, brother and poet Toufiq Zohur. And I am very glad to hear all poets' recitation, those who are from different countries in the world, Greece, Tunisia, and Turkey. They are very popular and good poet, I think so. I want to give them salute again from Bangladesh. Now I recite my poem. The title of my poem is The Door. Can I read first Bangla then English, Toufiq?
Yes, please. Please carry on.
First I want to recite Bangla then English.
Okay.
Dear viewers and all our poets, those who are with us, I want to recite my poem first Bangla in my language. দরজা। আমাদের এখন বাইরে যেতে হবে। ঘরটা ভীষণ শীতল এবং অন্ধকার। কয়েদি সেলের মতো সংকীর্ণ দরজা। প্রিয় স্বজনের কণ্ঠস্বর আমরা শুনতে পাচ্ছি, অনুভবে তাদের অস্তিত্ব টের পাচ্ছি, স্পর্শে অবয়ব কিন্তু দেখতে পাচ্ছি না কাউকে। একথা বিশ্বাস করি না যে সব অন্ধকারে মানুষকে দেখা যায়, বরং কোনো কোনো অন্ধকারে মানুষের মুখ খুব প্রজ্জ্বল হয়ে ওঠে, বেশি পরিচিত। দেখতে না পাওয়ার অন্তরায় অন্ধকার নয়, বাইরে না যাওয়ার কারণ নয় সংকীর্ণ দরজা, বরং আমাদের চেতনায় অনুপস্থিত প্রত্যেকের মুখ। এবং অস্বীকার করি না যে দরজাটা সত্যি অনুপযোগী, তবু আমাদের এখন বাইরে যেতে হবে, দরজাটা ভেঙে হোক কিংবা ঘরটা। Dear viewers, now I want to read my poem in English. The title of my poem is The Door. Now we shall have to move out. The room is terribly cold and dark. The door is narrow, as in a prisoner's cell. We are sharing the voice of our dear ones and feeling their presence in our consciousness, and can touch their outlines but can see nothing. I do not believe that all darkness makes man invisible. Rather, in particular kinds of darkness means faces appear, and all the brighter and more recognizable. Darkness is no obstacle to invisibility. The narrow doorway is not the reason for the inability to move out. Rather, every face is absent from our consciousness, and I do not disagree that the door is really unstable. Yet we shall have to move out by either crashing through the room or the door. Thanks.
Thank you, poet Rezauddin Stalin, for your beautiful poem. You have to read. Door poem was really good. It touches our heart. Thank you very much. Before I invite poet Soumit Basu, I am reading some viewers' comments. Poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay from West Bengal, he has to written, greetings to all, much love to Uddan and friend Toufiq. They bring world poetry under one umbrella. Thank you, poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay, for your beautiful comments. Poet Hassan Alim has to return thanks to Toufiq Zohur to arrange such a beautiful program. I enjoyed poetries from the poet of the world. Poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay again has to return. This program is open sky for all new writers. Thank you, Deepak, for your beautiful comments. Poetess Dilfuza Obiduba from Uzbekistan, she has to return. Hello, everyone. Good evening. From Rome, Mr. PNX has to return. Nice culture. Congrats. Thank you very much for your beautiful poem, beautiful comments. Now I am inviting poet Soumit Basu to present his second poem today. Thank you.
My second poem, The Journey. The night has been a bit sliced, where the butterflies are buzzing in the front of the gate. The rickshaw pullers are something morning work feeling an early dawn. Their fingers have become banyan trees. Roots have grown up from their limbs and descend into sea. We can begin from here. But it's always hard to inaugurate. The knife in the pocket and the sled in their hands. Some innocent are chasing the team of policemen. The linguistics of a maniac is yet to be found to stop them. They can only melt the snow from the extreme ends. They can only set aside grins from sea, beach, and pull feathers on their heat cutting the wings of birds. In no time, everything will be camouflaged with dust. Let us then begin from here. It's in my native language, Bengali. Jatra. রাত্রিটাকে অল্প কেটে কে যেন গেটের সামনে ফেলে রেখে গেছে। চারিদিকে ভন ভন প্রজাপতি ওড়ে। তার পাশ দিয়ে রিক্সা হাতে যে সমস্ত লোক ভোর ভোর সকাল হয়েছে ভেবে মর্নিং ওয়াক মেখে নেয়, তাদের আঙুলগুলো এক একটা বটগাছ। তাদের পা থেকে শেকড় বেরিয়ে স্রোত হয়ে সমুদ্রে মিশেছে। তাহলে এখান থেকেই শুরু করি। শুরু করি বললেই কি শুরু করা যায়? পকেটের ভেতর ছুরি, হাতে খাপ, সিআরপিএফ দৌড়চ্ছে আর পেছনে তাড়া করছে উন্মাদেরা। উন্মাদদের থামানোর মতন কোনো ভাষা আবিষ্কার করেনি পৃথিবী। তারা শুধু পারে দ্রুপান্তের বরফ গলিয়ে দিতে, সমুদ্রের পাড় থেকে সরিয়ে দিতে সবুজ, আর পাখিদের ডানা কেটে পালকগুলো গুজে নিতে মাথায়। দেখতে দেখতে একদিন সমস্ত ধুলোয় ঢেকে যাবে। তাহলে আজ এখান থেকেই শুরু করি। তৌফিক।
Thank you very much, poet Soumit Basu, for your beautiful poem. Again, you have to read from India. Now I am again going to Serbia. Now I am inviting poet Snezana Konstantinovic to present her second poem today. Thank you.
My second poem I read on English. When you let love go, say bravo to your weaknesses. Toast your unresties. Whisper to the pride that he won. Open the door wide with suns and stopped clock hands. When you let love go, a heavy sigh escapes from the soul, and the silence was replaced by a scream. Bow down to hopelessness, deal with the past. The heart shrunk like an angry duckling into some dark corner, and the soil is oppressed by constant memories. There is anxiety in the air. Words are without voice. The will went astray somewhere, and the hand that wanted to hug now is cold and empty. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poet Snezana Konstantinovic, for your beautiful poem. Though we don't understand the language of Serbian, Arabic, or others, but we have to understand the rhythm of the poetry so that we have understand what the poet are reading. Thank you very much, poetess Snezana Konstantinovic, for your beautiful poem. Now again, I am inviting poet Dr. Abdel Fattah Al-Arabi to present his second poem today. Thank you.
السلام عليكم. My second poem ترانيم خفية تأتيني في غمرة الأحزان، ترانيم خفية تدعوني إلى العالم الخفي، تحملني تطير بي، أحس أنني خفيف، أسبح في ردهات لا أعلمها، أرى أشياء لا أفهمها، أسمع كلمات لا أفقهها، أرى أنوار وتجليات وتسبيحات وترنيمات من حناجر وأصوات ليست كأصواتنا، لا أعلم وضعها، حتى نفسي لا أعرفها أين تاهت، فروحي في مسابح الكون، نفسي ترى عجائب في عالم خفي المدركات، لا أعلم هل هذه هي الحياة أم هذا هو الفناء. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poet Dr. Abdel Fattah Al-Arabi, for your beautiful poem. Now again, I am going to Greece. Now I am inviting my friend Niki Skouteri to present her second poem today. Thank you. Please
Yes.
unmute your phone. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. My poem has the title The Chains. And the sky bent over me and touched my hair. I felt a tingling at its caress. I turned to smile, but my eyes got lost in the vast blue, in the cloud patterns. And I leaned my eyes on the certainty on the earth, on the green of hope, on the colors of the flowers, on the rustle of the leaves, on the flight of the banks. I turned to caress the butterfly of joy, but it flew away looking at me with sorrow. The earth plucked its courage. It floated me on the hair. I felt a tingling at its caress, and I was left thoughtful in the serenity of life. Wind slapped me. I heard it. I saw it. A quiver ran my well worn body, and my mind woke me up, ordered me, lifted me up, to prepare for a battle with me as a winner. And I braced myself decisively in a soldier's armor, and with my sharp spear to prick every evil thing. I suffered enough for such a long time, not only decay, but hypocrisy. On my hands I put on gloves of hope and optimism, and here I am, after such a long time. I walked, adapted myself, tested, worried, regretted, dreaded, got tortured, but refused. The bitter venom, and with hope so far, and wearing my crown. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poetess Niki Skouteri, for your beautiful poem. Again, you have to read. Thank you very much. Now, I am inviting poetess Turkan Ergor to present her second poem today. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. English of my second poem. Silence. Silence sometimes in different way. Silence sometimes it is lost. In dots it is to dive deep. Silence sometimes it is the best stance. It is the most noble behavior. Silence sometimes it is peace. It is happiness. It is the best answer where there is injustice for those who do not understand. Silence is the key to patience. Silence sometimes when talking is useless, it is silent and it is talk with the heart. Silence sometimes, actually, it is an inaudible scream. Silence sometimes, flowing in human, it is an invisible river. Because sometimes words, it is not taught when you speak, it is taught you silence. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, poetess Turkan Ergor, for your beautiful poem. Again, before inviting Sevara Jabborova, I am reading some viewers' comments. Toula Sarapani has to written congrats. Poet Hassan Alim has to written thanks to poet Rezauddin Stalin, poet Sevara of Uzbekistan, poet of Turkey, Grace, and
Okay.
poet Soumit of India, poet Snezana. Poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay has to written Snezana's poet touches my heart. Poet Hassan Alim has to written thanks to Dr. Abdel Fattah to present his beautiful poetry. Poetess Aisha Khatun has to written in Bengali কত বিচিত্র শব্দ পালক. Professor and poet Mir Abdul Razak is watching. He has written I am watching too. Poet Hassan Alim again has to written thanks to poetess Turkan to present a beautiful poetry. Poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay has to written even if I don't understand the everyone's language, but even poem touches my heart. Thanks to Toufiq again. Thank you very much, poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay, for your beautiful poem. Now I am inviting poetess Sevara Jabborova from Uzbekistan. Now she is present her second poem. Thank you.
Thank you. My second poem about the happiest person. Live with the happiest life in this world. Is fill your heart with happiness, forgetting the pain for a day. Play the life with friends. Live today to be the happiest, but your heart apex in the chest. Open your eyes and laugh to yourself. Today you are a rose. Live the happiest day, being the only person in the world. You laugh and life feeds on laughter, shaking the world with your happiness. That's all.
Thank you very much, Sevara Jabborova, for your beautiful poem. Your poem is very small, but it is very, very deep and explanation. Your poem has many, many explanations. Thank you very much, poet Sevara Jabborova, for your beautiful thought. Now again, I am inviting poet. I think a poet Rezauddin Stalin is disconnected, so I am inviting poet Soumit Basu. Now I am inviting poet Soumit Basu to present his third poem today. Thank you.
দূর থেকে দেখা। আমি জন্মের কথা লিখি, লিখি আত্মজনের আলো। দেখি তোমার কথাই ঠিক, তাই ভালোবেসে মরা ভালো। আমি মৃত্যুর পরে ছাই, আমি উড়ন্ত চোখে ধুলো। জানি সর্বনাশের পর কারা কাঁথা পাল্টিয়ে শুলো। আজও জেগে আছে অদ্ভুত কোন প্রান্ত শেষের পথে, যারা ফনা তুলে মরেছিল তারা আদর বোলাবে ক্ষতে। তৌফিক।
Thank you very much, poet Soumit Basu, for your beautiful poem again. Now I am inviting again Snezana Konstantinovic from Serbia to present her third poem today. Thank you.
Okay. Child and grey. In the grey sky, grey birds fly. Rivers, seas, and trees. Everything is grey. Houses, meadows, flowers. The former beauties are grey. Grey are the thoughts, and sighs are grey. Do you live in such a world? And where are the colors? They exist to be seen, and not that greys are a shame. Look, a child is coming. He smiled, and here is a miracle. Colors are overflowing everywhere. The sun broke down yellow rays, and it was hidden behind the clouds. The child spreads his little hands. There are flowers again, start to calm down. For grey days, children are colored. When in a hug, stretch out your arms. When he smiles with a sweet smile, all the grey is holy, run away. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poet Snezana Konstantinovic, for your beautiful poem. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting poet Dr. Abdel Fattah Al Arabi from Tunisia. Now I am inviting poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi to present his third poem today. Thank you.
Thank you. أين أنا منك؟ لست أنا من كان، ولا أنت من كانت. كانت شجرة بظلالها وأوراقها وعتقها وجذعها، وكنت أمر من الديار وأراك تحت الأشجار تنادي وتمرح مع الطاووس وتصدح، ولكني لا أراك الآن، بل لعلك هجرت الديار ولا تلعبين مع الصغار وتركبين الخيل مع الكبار، لعلك ذهبت إلى بعيد وتلبسين فستانا جديد وعندك في القصر عبيد وتأمرين. أنا يا سيدتي بقيت كما أنا فقير، جيوبي مثقوبة ورجلاي معطوبة ويداي معصوبة.
I think there is a network problem in Dr. Abdel Fattah Al Arabi. When he will back, I will give him the floor. Now I am going to again in Greece. Now I am inviting a poetess Niki Skouteri to present her third poem today. Thank you.
My third poem has the title Unseen Strangle. These are that certain type of the square meter houses, the locked and the guarded, that let their dogs free, thrown away their limbs and muzzles. It's the time now when you sense the barking, either in your ears, and your fear grows due to the politician bites, and by the shout that comes from their false teeth, while they dare to make promises. The straggling white is blown in a tireless way, showing its well-built chest through the poplars. You feel that they try to make you kneel, while they decide to suck your blood. You are screaming now. Can anybody listen to you? Or do they try to step on you and blur your light? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Niki Skouteri, for your beautiful poem. Already, Mr. Rezauddin Stalin has to join again, so I am going to poet Rezauddin Stalin to present his third poem today. Now, I am inviting poet Rezauddin Stalin to present his third poem today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toufiq Zohur. My internet connection is in trouble, so I disconnected. Now I'm to read my poem. The title of my poem is The Laments of Tithonus. I think that our Greek poets, those who are in here, they will understand that Tithonus is a character of uh, Greek mythology. I try to compile with my poem, and I want to make a story uh, amalgamate with my grandmother. The Laments of Tithonus. Tonight my grandmother took no food. Occasionally, after a quarrel with my mother, she used to pour her food down on the floor, though she might scoop up one or two morsels. It is said that a person weighed down with age tends to give into childish propensities and become irascible and stubborn in nature, not trusting anybody or anything. For my self exiled grandmother, I feel a compensation that is but natural as I have not yet aged too much. My unfit grandmother weeps fitfully till the late hours of the night. When the noise of her weeping rouses me from sleep, I too start weeping a Tithonus within. Grandmother's laments, I am aware, have been heard by everybody in the house and also by some among the neighbors, but none could yet hear my laments, not even I myself. Thank you.
Thank you, poet Rezauddin Stalin, for your beautiful mythological poem. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting to present third poem to my sister Turkan Ergor. Now I am inviting poetess Turkan Ergor to present her third poem. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. English of my third poem, Pray. Sometimes it is good to keep quiet, sometimes talk. Sometimes it is good to go, sometimes stay. Sometimes it is good to read, sometimes write. Sometimes it is good to see, sometimes hear. Sometimes it is good to listen, sometimes tell. Sometimes it is good to laugh, sometimes cry. Sometimes it is good to fix, sometimes throw to the winds. Sometimes it is good to love, sometimes look. Sometimes it is good to forge ahead, sometimes stop. Sometimes it is good to live, sometimes understand. It is good when you say that good, look life ends. Therefore the best, pray. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Turkan Ergor. Thank you for your beautiful
Thank you.
poem again.
Thank you, sir.
Now I am going to Sevara Jabborova. Before I invite her, I am reading some viewers' comments. Poet Hassan Alim has to written, thanks poetess Sevara to present your marvelous poetry. Poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay has to written, Sevara's poetry is too good. Deepak Bandyopadhyay again has to written, Soumit Basu's poetry is always good. Poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay again written, thanks to Niki Skouteri for her beautiful poem. Mr. Shahar Ali has to written, thank you, poet Niki, good regularization, all the best. শাহার আলী এগেইন রিটেন কবি স্ট্যালিনকে অভিনন্দন চমৎকার লেখা অপূর্ব পরিবেশনা বাহ Professor and poet Mir Abdul Razak has to written, I am enjoying the poems. I feel pleasure. Poets of different countries are presenting their poem, and so I am learning something from them. Thanks, Toufiq Zohur, a great poet and presenter. Thank you very much, Professor Abdul Razak, for your beautiful comments. Poet Hassan Alim has to written, Rezauddin Stalin is an exceptional poet concerned with myth. Poet Deepak Bandyopadhyay has to written, Turkan Ergor is great. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting poetess Sevara Jabborova from Uzbekistan to present her third poem today. Thank you.
Thank you. In my current poem, I have described the whole life of a person with words. Life, baby, cry, food, wishes, whimsical, arrogant young feelings, growing up, school, class, new friends, mastery is the first, immortal knowledge, fighting, complaining. Last, anger, telling your friends, doomsday is a friend, loyalty, love, finding, losing, dreaming, lost call, farewell to childhood, admission to higher education, companionship, appearance, love, travel, new family, bride, groom, small child, dreamers, heroes, parents, young people have passed, a room full of children. Wedding, grandchildren, goose children, longing for the past, faded dreams, wrinkled old age, hands tremble, a weak heart weigh heavily. Today, early the sky is full of clouds. Life point, book closes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sevara Jabborova, for your beautiful poem. Again, before we go to the last session, I am again going to poet Dr. Abdel Fattah Al Arabi sir because he was disconnected when he was read in his poem. So I again invite poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi to present his third poem. Thank you.
Thank you. السلام عليكم. شواطئ الحنين أحن إليك كمولود جديد كعصفور بعيد كذا يغرد تغريد سمفونية الحنين غادرت بطن أمي أبكي أنت وأنا ولدنا على ضفاف الحنين وجدنا لأجل الحياة تبكي وأمسح دموعك وأبكي وتمسح وجنتاي يا لحن أحن إليك كلما جاء الليل وغاب القمر وكلما طلع الشمس في الصباح وكلما نزل المطر في السحر أحن إلى دفء حضنك وحضن أمي ولمس أمي ومداعبة شعر رأسي أحن إلى كل من كان ولم يكن. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi, for your beautiful presentation. So we have to reach the last session. Now I am inviting poet Rezauddin Stalin to present his final poem today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Johur. I think our session is so long, and we are sharing with others uh, four poems. It's a good session, I think so, and this is a very powerful arena, online program that all over the world poets can meet each other. This is the good chance for a poet, and you are arranging good program. Thanks to Mr. Juhu, Toufiq Juhu. Now I am going to read my poem, Biodata. I have no need for biodata. Only my country needs it. Because to the country, my father's identity is more important that of mine. Important than that of mine. Religion, it is needed only after my death. To cry out my religious rituals and my funeral, but that I am being reborn every day from the womb of death. And if the judicial system wishes, I can change my birth date anytime. Height is still working to reach my desired height. Identity mark, I have invisible bloody scars. All over my body and mind experience dreadful. I see heartless, selfish robots all around me. Temporary and permanent address. Wherever I go, always somewhere on this earth. Reference. Reference, I have no reference. My relatives reside in other planets. I have no others biodata. I was born as human. That is my only biodata. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Poet Rezauddin Stalin, for your beautiful last poem. But I request you don't leave the studio because the final session, after completed, we will give him the floor to say something. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting poet Soumit Basu to present his last poem today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toufiq. My last poem is শৃঙ্গারের মা শব্দরূপ। কি করে পারলি আমায় একলা ফেলে পালিয়ে আসতে এত দূর? কি করে পারলি অন্ধকারে ধুয়ে দিতে সমস্ত নখ? আমি রাত্রির পিছু পিছু এত পথ ছুটে এসে থমকে দাঁড়াই, গাছকে দেখাই তোর ছবি, বলি বাঁকের মুখের কোনো ঘর বাড়ি হবে বা? পাতাগুলো গাছ থেকে খসার আগেই দুকলি গুনগুন করে শোনাতে চাই তোর গাওয়া গান। তোর সমস্ত জামা কাপড় ঝুলিয়ে দিই গলির মুখে মুখে, চোখ যেদিন ভরে যায় খুব ঘন জলে, অনবরত জলের ঝাপটা মেরে লাল করে তুলি, অস্পষ্ট করে তুলি, যাতে তোর মেয়েকে দেখেই তুই বলে ভ্রম হয়, যাতে যে কোনো কোটরে ভেসে ওঠে তোর ছবি, তোর জল নিতে আসা বর্ষায় ফোড় ফোড় করা একটা মানুষ, মনে হয় বৃষ্টি নেমেছে। আমি পারি না, যতই ক্রোধ এসে শব্দ করে ফেটে ওঠে চুলের ডগায়, আমি পারি না তোমাকে ছাড়া বেঁচে থাকতে এক দণ্ড ও পরিপাটি করা মেঘ। আমি তাকাতে পারি না তোমার চোখের দিকে, দুই ভুরুর মাঝখানে অসহায় টিপটির দিকে। সকালে কাগজ খুলে ধর্ষণ দেখি, মনে হয় তুমি। শ্বাস রোধ করে হত্যা কিশোরীর, বুকের ভেতর কেঁপে ওঠে। প্রতিটি রাত্রির পর ভোর হলে ভাবি তুমি। আর আজ অসংখ্য হত্যার পাড় ঘেঁষে ঘেঁষে গাছের পাতায় এসে মেলেছ সংসার। আমি চাই না বৃষ্টি এসে ধুয়ে দিক তোমার স্বচ্ছ বুক, চাই না অন্ধকার থেকে বের হয়ে আসা নীল মেঘের মাথা থেকে লাফ দিয়ে এসে যে একদিন কোলে তুলে নেবেই তোমায়। তাহলে আমার আর কি রইল বলো? মৃত্যুর আগে পিছু পিছু এতখানি এসেছি যখন, তোমায় না নিয়ে ফিরছি না। তৌফিক।
Thank you very much, poet Soumit Basu, for your beautiful imaginary poetry. Really, it touches our heart. Thank you very much. Now I am going to Serbia to inviting poetess Snezana Konstantinovic to present her last poem today. Thank you.
And this poem I will read on my Serbian language. Svoj svet. Kao čovek nevidljivi, uđem nečujno u prostor svoj. Okružen ogradom bodljikavih ruža, tu unutar mene moj dom. Moja snaga, slabost, led. Trnje od ruža ne dozvoljava nikom da uđe u moj sopstveni svet. Od sive do svetlo ružičasti. U njemu su boje. Tu su i misli koje se neprestano roje. Tu je jedan veliki kamen na kojem dugo sedim. Na njemu uporno pokušavam da zasadim maleni crveni cvet. I dok posmatram svoj unutrašnji svet, u malenoj kamenoj pukotini nazire se nada. Znam, sledeći put kad u sebe uđem, nići će iz kamena uspeh mog nadahnutog rada. Hvala. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poetess Snezana Konstantinovic, for your beautiful poem. You have to read in your native language, that is Serbian language. Thank you very much. Now I am inviting to read last poem to poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi from Tunisia. Thank you.
السلام عليكم. الحرية. أتوق إليك يا حريتي، لا أريد أقفاصا ولا سجون، أتوق للسماء الواسعة، لا أحب الظلام. حلق متى شئت متى تحب، فالعالم لك والفضاء لك، وجناحيك ترفرفان، والهواء نقي، والريح هادئة، والنسمة تفوح برائحة الحرية. لا تدخل القفص ولا تستعمل المقص، بل ارقص وغني، فأنت في قلب ساحة الحرية. Thank you.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
your beautiful poem again. Thank you very much from Tunisia. Now I am going to again Greece. I am inviting poetess Niki Skouteri to present her last poem today. Thank you.
My last poem, Transubstantiation, Emptiness. My will, disobedient and unruly, is mocking me. Erebus dominate my soul as I'm trying to shatter the darkness. The will is carving my life now, adorning it with smiles, exorcising the curse, treating me with laughter and light. Through words as sweet as honey, paints every day of my life with love and hope. I am looking for the emptiness, and I don't find it. Nature embellishes itself around me. The colors are guided by my will, transforming darkness into light. And emptiness exists no more. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Niki Skouteri, for your beautiful last poem. From Latin America, now I am coming back in Central Asia, that is Turkey. Now I am inviting a poetess Turkan Ergor to read her last poem. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. English of my fourth poem. How is this alive? Sometimes I think, how is this alive? Question and answer I cannot understand. It's like a dream world, a dream alive. When is it starting? When is it ending? First people seems, later they disappearing. It is as like this place is swore for some people, an inextricable alive. Some are crying, suffering agony. Some are laughing, lives relaxed. I could not understand. How is this alive? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Turkan Ergor, for your
I think
beautiful.
it too.
Thank you very much. Finally, I am going to Uzbekistan to invite poetess Sevara Jabborova. Now I am inviting poetess Sevara Jabborova to present her last poem today. Thank you.
Thank you. This poem is humorous poem about the applicant. The applicant flying in the sky, the only dream is to be a student. Don't worry about your health, let him sleep. Now, they say that you are a student, not a person. It is planned to wake up every morning, study and study, day and night. No, they eat once a day, and the applicant has no right to cry. As a result of the study, you will enter the study, and unmarried girl gets married if the truth revealed father sends son to work. Even then, the head doesn't come out of trouble. Lines the pockets of deans. From the teacher who said the season is closed. The value comes only from the high price. In short, it's pay as you go. You are welcome to pay again. If you say that I will study for excellent grades, you always pay until you save. This is poem as a humorous poem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sevara Jabborova, for your beautiful poem. You have to read like a prose style, but this poem is too much beautiful. Thank you very much. Finally, we have to done our this session, and we have starting when we starting voice. Our message was the sky of poetry is one. The tone of poetry are same around the world, and poetry has no boundary. All poets are same. So finally, in the finishing touch, I am giving the floor 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes to our Bengali literature poetry world, to great poet in both generations. They are the generations of 80s. In Bangladesh, our eminent poet Rezauddin Stalin. Now I am going to giving floor only 1 minute to say something about today's program, about all poet recitations, about poetry, everything. You only 1 minute, please. Mr. Rezauddin Stalin, unmute your
Okay,
phone, please. Thank you.
please unmute it. Thank you, Mr. Zohur. And I'm glad to see our poets all over the world who are uh, here. I'm not sure yet. I'm not yet sure how I must rate myself. As 80s, uh, maybe I think that what has no limited time. As uh, poet is in all times. His poetry uh, can introduce all times to all readers. And I think that Bangla poetry is similar to international poets. And Rabindranath Tagore first, 1913, who get Nobel, he introduced our Bangla poetry all over the world. And all readers knows the where is Bangladesh, where is India, and what is Bangla poetry. And now we are writing as usual, like Spanish, like Greek, like Indonesians, like Serbians, like Turkish, and like Egypt. Uh, our friend Toufiq says the poetry has no border, and we have in Bangla poetry has a international voice, and we are trying to throw our voice all over the world. And from this program, we are trying to throw our voice all poets in the world. Thank you so much, um, all who are here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Poet Rezauddin Stalin, for your beautiful speech you have to deliver. Now I am going to India to say something about today's program, about poetry, about today's poets' recitation poems to Mr. Soumit Basu. Thank you very much. Poet Soumit Basu.
Thanks, all of my friends. Without knowing the language, we are able to touch the nucleus of your poetry, the rhythm of your poetry. It helps us to feel your vision about your poetry. The vision is most, most finalized thing, I say, the vision of the poetry. Toufiq and Uddan TV making a history in poetic world. Thanks to everybody who were today with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, poet Swamit Boshu, for your beautiful and important speech you have to deliver. Turkan Ergor, I think she is not in line. I think she is again in. Turkan, do you hear me?
Yes, my brother.
Okay, thank you very much. What do you think about poetry? Only 1 minute, please.
Okay, my brother. Poetry for me is a brief summary of thoughts, feelings, words, and sometimes imagination. Poetry is an art that embellishes emotions. Poetry is to communicate with words. The common language of poetry is love. Although we speak different languages, we all speak the same language with poetry and express love. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, Turkan Ergor, for your
Thank you.
beautiful speech about poetry. Thank you. Now I am going to Serbia to ask a poetess Snezana Konstantinovic to say about today's program, about poetry, about your experience.
It
Poetess,
was a pleasure. Yes, it was a pleasure to be here with you all, and thank you also, my friend, you, Toufiq Zohur, who personally invited me here. Thank you.
thank you very much, Poetess Snezana, for your beautiful comments. I want to say something to poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi to say something about today's program, about poetry, about your feelings. Only 1 minute, please.
السلام عليكم. أشكرك صديقي توفيق زهور. Je vous remercie, sœur Toufiq Zohur. Je remercie, mesdames et messieurs. Je suis très ravi de vous connaître, tous les poètes du monde entier. Nous espérons que nous sommes dans la bonne voie. Nous se rassemblons dans tous les continents de tous les mondes avec la paix et non à la guerre. Merci tout le monde. Thank you tout le monde.
Thank you
Thank
very much.
you.
Thank you very much, Poet Abdel Fattah Al Arabi, for your beautiful comments. Finally, I am going today our youngest poetess, Sevara Jabborova. Sevara, do you hear me? Sevara, do you hear me?
Yes, I am ready. 1 minute. Okay,
Sevara,
I'm
what
starting.
you have to gather today? What is your experience about today's program about poetry? Only 1 minute. You say
1
something.
minute. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Say
Soxta
something.
chehra dunyoda chumolidek ko'p. Sotqin do'stlar g'amida chinlari ham o'lishdi. Yaratganning uchquni farishtaga teng bo'lsa, zotan ul insonlarni jannatiga ham olsa. Ichini qilib anor insonlar ham tustadir. Oddiylikni aylab xor cho'ntak boylik ovdadir. So'rasang ko'chada biridan to'g'ri yo'llar qayda deb, javobi ingrar ordan yo'lni to'sma anqov der. Inshoatu axlatda topilmay qoldi nahot bir chimdimning narxi shunchaga oshsa. Qani edi dunyo shari o'zgarsa azod, zaminlar aro faqat yaxshilik kelsa. This poem about fake people. Fake people have increased in the world today. You don't even know who to ask for help. It has become difficult to find people of real goodwill. At the end of the line, what if the world suddenly changed? I finished by saying, if only good comes to the lands, let good people multiply.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
My bro-
Finally, I'm going to my friend Niki Skouteri from Greece. Niki, please say something about today's program and about today's recitations, all poet around the different part of the world. Please say something, only 1 minute.
Yes, it's a pleasure for me to be on this show and to feel poetry being celebrated all together for humanity. This is very important. Thank you, dear to think. Thank you, dear poets, to be all together here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, very much. Thank you again for your beautiful comments. We have
my
to,
brother,
yes, please.
my brother, I want to something for program. Great program. I like it. Different country, different language, but Lao is the common language. All of poets. Poets describe Lao in their poems. Congratulations to all of you. I like all of you. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, you are
I thank
absolutely
you too.
right. Thank you very much. You are absolutely right. All poetry is one language, right? Thank you very much for your beautiful comments. We have to reach the last station, so we are going to say goodbye. Before I say goodbye, again I'm telling one thing, that the COVID-19 is not removed from the world. It is coming again. So be careful when you go out from your home. Please use mask and sometimes you do hand sanitize. And finally, I will invite you more and more times. Thank you very much. God bless you. Stay goodbye. Say bye bye. Thank you very much, everyone.